Hi, welcome to another video on my discovery robot based on a TXT controller from Fischertechnik. After several weeks hiatus of doing anything with this robot, I decided to check if things work alright. So I start the thing and everything looks like alright. However, when I want to see how the network connection is on the computer, I get an error message, and then I think, okay, let me check about its IP address. So here, if I shade it with my hands, you can find here the symbol of Wi-Fi, and pressing it would indicate, okay, let me go there, but it doesn't. So let me test something else. No response. Let's see about the Fischertechnik original interface. No response. The camera doesn't give any response, so that's not a good sign. I am shutting it down, at least trying to. Yes, there it goes. And for safety, I have put it on the net adapter. So let's see if a second boot improves things. As you can see, it runs on the community edition of the firmware. So let's see whatever happens. So far so good, but again, I thought that last time. So let's see and wait how things proceed. Now we're there. So once again, net info, and now I get a response. Alright. So now I am going to see how the Wi-Fi responds. Does it respond anyway? Yes, a clear response. Camera. Camera response. Takes some time. Yes, I get a clear image. And then the original interface, which is clearly there. So then I press, and you can see it. So I press this button to return, or yes. So now I can try and find out if I can log in. Yes, it does. And now all I have to do is remember the password. And that's a good one. I remembered correctly, and I just entered the via SSH secure shell the controller, and then it is a good idea to also check the date, because last time the date was wrong. So let's immediately check, and yes, the date is still wrong. And the problem is that I have to check it on here. So I have to get back here to settings, date and time, and the date is 2000 right now. Well, let me change that to and today is 27. So this is alright. And for timing it doesn't matter too much, but it is in the afternoon anyway. So maybe this is quicker. And then this is quicker too. So now in the old-fashioned way I have set date and time. Let's see if that works on the terminal, and yes, it works. So that is for starters. So that was the first oops and second oops. Now time is to check the rest. Now one method to check if everything works is to run the program, and to avoid that it literally writes off the desk I put a battery pack right here so it doesn't obstruct the sensors. And first thing to do is touch the sensors. This sounds healthy. This sounds less healthy, if not healthy at all. When I lift it enough it works, but this way it doesn't. So the question is, what is wrong? And it looks like that this here is wrong. It touches this connector. Now if I look here, the connector is exactly at the opposite side, so it is most logical if I just put it there. Question is also, why is it happening now? It should have happened before. So maybe that is one of the problems that was previously there. So let me just move these to the opposite side. And yes, that is much better. Now I have to make sure that it doesn't come in the way of the sonar. But this is healthy. Now running the program. And I do that of course via SSH. And that's interesting because now it suddenly says there's a syntax error, and I certainly didn't change the program. So this means that I have to enter the program and go for that particular line. And that becomes really odd because, like I said, I didn't change the software and yet it gives a syntax error right now. So this is, to say, rather weird. Is it something different then? I don't know, but one other way to test it is of course using another program, meaning RoboPro. So let me start that for now. Then I have to connect using wireless and then select the IP address, a test, and this one is connected to, let me adjust the camera angle. This light is connected to motor 4, so let's check that one. At least I thought it was motor 4. Or was it? It is this one. That is motor 3. I'm with the wrong one. So let me check that one. And that works pretty nicely. Then the motors. Alright, that seems pretty straightforward. Although one runs somewhat nicer than the other. But like it as it looks like, also the sensors go nice. So that's one thing. Remains the program. I have to dive into that. So, like I said, RoboPro, and let me be careful with the support. So this is one sensor, this is the other one, and motor 1. And I hope you can hear the motors running through the mic. So that works nicely, and well, you can't see the light, so I'll leave that. Also you can see here the counters. Anyway, this proves that it actually works. So I have to close this test, and I will leave this open, see if that works. So then I go here, and you can see the error I mentioned, a syntax error missing parentheses in call to print. Well, this is line 11 and this is line 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I had a very quick way to go there using properties of the VI editor, but the question is, why is this error? It doesn't make any sense at all. If you look at other things, this is being called let's see, it is called camera action, and here it is called camera action 0. So actually this is being called first, being called after that one, or should be anyway. But it is not about print. That is, it should be, because here it says also print. and I'm talking of course about these lines and these lines. But since it immediately comes here, it makes no sense to me. So let's do it again. And it says the same. Let me see if test motor does the same. And this is just for the motor. Exactly the same. Am I missing something? Let me test. Let me replace these double quotes with single quotes. It shouldn't matter, but then again, who knows? So I'm going here, same thing. So indeed that doesn't matter. Let's see, yes, there's not a problem here, because this is asking for an IP address that's not there. Let's see, I am on the community firmware, so this actually should respond to a different network ID, but it is not complaining about it. It is really about something here, which is very weird. I did not update anything. On the other hand, the one thing I did change was the computer on which I record this. But that has nothing to do with the Linux version that is running here. Because I can easily say, okay, this is simply a Linux call to find out which version of Linux is running here. And as you can see, it is an ARM version v7L running kernel 4.1.33 version 5. Or the 5th edition anyway. Preemptible, compilation date, and that was 2016. Anyway, this has nothing to do with the laptop, and I certainly didn't change the software, as I already said repeatedly. So I have no idea what is going on. Intriguing, but annoying. And of course, you may have noticed that I made quite a mistake, because it is about parentheses and I was dealing with quotes. So then, how come there is a message about missing parentheses in call to print? Well, it's not about this one. It's not about this one either, with 2 parentheses. Anything here that comes to mind? Let's just see. Camera action, no. Here, neither. So, what is this about? We are still dealing with Python, not with C. So this is rather weird. If I do something different, I just say print empty. What would it do? empty, missing parentheses. Alright, then let's do something different. And check for this one. Ah, it wants parentheses. That's a first. Let's quit this one. Invalid syntax. Yeah. That's not very strange, because print does not come with parentheses. And this one I did find strange. So what is going on here? Should I use like this? And then let's just see. Now this is very strange. Really? So I really don't understand this one. Why does it want parentheses suddenly? I really have no idea. It never did that before. It always worked without them. It can't have updated itself automatically, because it never does that. It takes quite some effort to update everything, and I certainly did not do that. This means that to be consistent, I would have to update every single line of print. And still that shouldn't be necessary, because print in Python doesn't work with parentheses. This is typically something from C. Parenthesis open, quote, quote, parenthesis closed. That is C, not Python, as far as I know. So let's find out if I'm correct or not. Very curious. I found the cause of the error because the cause is that for some reason it has changed to version 3.5.2, and in that version of Python indeed this is being used. So I have to add parentheses all over the place. And that also means probably here. So the question is, will it all be alright? This remains to be seen. So let's check it. Line 25. Where is line 25? Ah, I missed one. So it's still a mystery to me how this all came to action. And it immediately checks for double parentheses, as you can see. So since I have quite a lot of parentheses, I'm not going to bore you with that, but I'm just going to fix this. And it's quite some time later, and I have ended, I hope, the whole thing. So let's test. There it goes. And it seems that everything has changed. So I guess I am back to square one or zero or start, whatever you call it. I have to rewrite everything. What I can also do for now is just comment it all out and then say, okay, let's do it some other time. So right now, I guess, since all this is, I guess, not completely accurate as well, alright, let's just comment this one out for now, see whatever happens. Oh, so nice, camera not connected. Now it's connected. Right, that is kind of what I expected to hear, what I wanted to hear. Although the error doesn't really appeal to me, which is still, that's in ft-robo-pi. Oh, that is interesting. I guess I have to contact the developer once again and remind this is all hobbies for the developers, so he has to come back to me for a while. But this means that I have to rewrite the code even more. On the positive side, lamp runs, motors run, sound works, so that is all nice. But some changes obviously have to be made, and that will be next time, whenever that is. For now, all I can say is thank you for watching. Started with a big oops regarding the interface, rewiring, reprogramming, retesting, and that's quite some rees, so to speak. So when everything is done, I'm very curious what the floor test will bring. If you like this video, please please consider to subscribe to my channel. Also, feel free to make a small donation to keep this blog going. And this is going to be continued, obviously. More information, how you can donate, etc., is all on my website, which is listed in front at the start of this video and under this video. You can also find me on Twitter and on Instagram. Also, for more information, see my website. Going to be continued. Bye bye.